Good morning. We are headed to Children's Mercy. It is Wednesday morning, about 8:15, and we are headed in. Hold on, let me. Just a moment. Okay, there. Had to open the door on the van. So, we're headed in for a baclofen evaluation for Hudson.
Innovation. Baron is BMW.
So, they scheduled this appointment for 9 a.m. But then when we got the notification, it said 8:45, which is fine. It's just, I had it on my calendar for 9 a.m. Usually I have help in the morning, which technically I had help this morning from Casey, who I didn't expect to wake up early today, as she was driving. She was out of town for 2 days, and she was driving for like probably 6 or 7 hours last night to get home. She didn't even get home till like 1:45. She was asleep, she said, by 2. When I woke up at 7:30 this morning, she had already showered and was doing her hair and getting ready for the day. I thought, what the heck? Why is she up? But she was going to be up anyway, but apparently the nurse had car trouble and couldn't make it today. So Casey was already up and had started Hudson's water and gave her her first med for the day. And here I am waking up at 7:30 feeling bad because, sorry bus.
City bus!
Yep.
What's the city bus doing?
There I am feeling bad because I slept in till 7:30 in the morning. Thinking that the nurse was, going to be taking care of Hudson and there'd be plenty of time to get to Children's Mercy by 8:45. I don't know how she does it. I do not know how Casey does it. So that's day 2 with no nurse. No big deal. I mean, it's no big deal. Nurse yesterday, she was sick, and nurse today with car trouble. But, we handle it. And day 2 of going to the hospital. The clinics are at the children's hospital. So it's not like, we're going to the hospital. Oh, we're going to the hospital. All right, are you ready? Do you want to sit down, bud? Sit?
Yeah.
Okay, sit down.
Okay, sit.
Her condition, she's actually a really healthy kid.
Okay.
I mean, knock on wood, but we haven't been in hospital for 3 years.
Okay.
My wife.
In terms of procedure control, which is one of the reasons I'm just trying to establish this first,
With one of our fellows. So Botox works.
With the baclofen, I had to hold her the whole weekend, and it was as though she was having like a bad awake kind of nightmare. She was just very kind of fast breathing. Huh?
the way you describe it is chilling.
Yeah, it was not. I mean, it was. She would cry and almost have like terrors, and then it was like she was scared a lot, and then it was like she was trying to control her body.
What's your name?
I don't know. It was was not,
was
it
not
was
a
like a
focus.
whole weekend of that.
A weekend of that, and then we stopped it very shortly after. I think he had really bad refractory seizures that seemed to be very sensitive to it.
What do you have?
No, but, okay, Daddy's talking here, okay? Daddy's trying to listen. You need to, please play with your card. Here, you can have my hat. I'll wear yours, okay?
So that, what I'm hearing from you is even like changing her keto cow, for example, you look awesome by the way, was exactly like the seizures and. Any chance we can get up on the table in 1 second?
Yeah, for sure.
So, with regards to the baclofen pump trial, or the baclofen pump question,
You
I
will.
think I would say
You will.
we wouldn't want to do either the baclofen pump or the trial until we had her on a dose of oral baclofen
Okay.
and she wasn't having the waking nightmare, so to speak.
The new hand splints, the ones that she has right now, seem to be, therapist at school said it seems like it's dislocating her thumb. So.
Oh, gosh, it's good. It's good. Pretty bad. Yes, it is.
Yeah, they're close.
Those kinds of things.
But stop doing that, okay? Listen, please, you're gonna have to come over here.
There's
Daddy calling.
So, do you know what a pump is? Have anybody described what the pump is and what it entails?
I mean, I've never seen one, but I understand.
So it's a pretty big device, so I'll just give you a sense of what you'd be in for if we were even to consider. Here, we'd have to put it on the opposite side of her G button.
Okay.
And it would, we'd have to put a smaller version, and this is a 20 ml. And then there's a larger version, about 40 ml, which is here, which I don't think she could be able to get in because it'd be too big. So she'd have to get a smaller pump. The nice thing about the pump is that it allows you to give the medicine at really small doses,
Right.
as opposed to the oral. So the problem with the oral medication is that it goes through second pass metabolism, it goes to your liver, it goes to your brain, it goes to all these other areas before it gets into the brain, and you'd have to give the equivalent of like 100 baclofen pills to get the same pharmacological efficacy at the level where you go. So the beauty of the pump is that you can put the medicine exactly where it needs to go to control the tone at really small doses overall, but really potent doses. So you get the medicine exactly where it needs to be.
Right.
This, in some kids, this can be, because it's lower dose overall, this can be a good option, especially for kids with seizures. Because once you get these kids up in higher doses, so I used to practice, we like to put these in kids with refractory seizures just because we can control tone. The disadvantage of this is once it's in, and if it causes a lot of problems, you're pretty much married to it.
Right.
The advantages of it is that we can adjust it as time goes along. So the research shows that it increases the work of care. It would help decrease her caloric demand, allow her to get muscle, allow her to get some control of her tone without completely sedating her.
Right.
The disadvantage of it is that once it's in. There's a lot of complications that can go with the pump. They can get infected, they can break down, they can other issues, and that can cause issues that would be exacerbated to her seizures. So it is a big commitment.
Right.
But we know this is a long-term good option for kids if and when they can tolerate it.
Right.
And she's going to get bigger, and her tone is going to continue to be an issue. And Botox injections can help for a while, and other medications can help for a while. But in the long game is we want to be able to control her tone and make her as comfortable as possible.
Right.
The next step would be to see if she can tolerate some oral baclofen, and if she can't, then we might want to talk about some other medications for tone. If she could tolerate oral baclofen and you're interested, there would be a trial. A trial would entail bringing you to the hospital. We would put a lumbar puncture, a small needle into her back while she's asleep, inject the medicine in, and then measure her tone at 2, 4, and 6 hours with a physical therapist to see if it actually makes a difference so you guys can see and I can see. It also gives us a basic sense as if she's going to have an adverse reaction to it. So that's why we want to do it in the hospital and make sure that we record the process and make sure this is something you want to do or not want to do.
number one, with regards to the baclofen pump, we just shouldn't go there unless we know how she responds to oral baclofen. Number two, the pump can be a beautiful thing for the right patient at the right time. It is complication prone, even in the best scenario, in the best situation. So that's something that you guys have to discuss. Having said that, even kids that have had complications and even had to have the pump removed, we've had several of those families choose to put the pump back in because of the benefits that they've seen, which I think speaks well of the system in a way.
So, going back on the baclofen orally, but coming up really slowly.
Really slowly.
Okay.
We would, our endpoint would even be what we consider a lumpy dose, and then we would probably have you follow up with somebody and move up from the lumpy dose.
Right.
So we would maybe even end at a point that we wouldn't even expect it to have benefit, but we're just checking tolerance.
Right. Okay.
So I would say moving forward, we either start oral baclofen in the super wimpy way that we talked about, or that's option number one. Option number two is you take your recording, have mom watch it, you guys discuss it, and think about it.
Well, I think the first option of starting slow with the oral baclofen, seeing where we go. I mean, I'm open to that for sure for now. See how it goes. I'm pretty sure I don't need to check with mom on that. So yeah.
So what are we thinking?
Okay.
But I'll defer to your epilepsy doctor.
What? She's a high hemoglobin.
That's good.
Like almost 20.
Interesting. These are sort of
Has sleep apnea? Has she ever been checked for sleep apnea?
We were just at sleep clinic yesterday,
Okay.
and so that was actually my suggestion, which was let's get her checked for the apnea, also because she tends to as she's falling asleep sometimes she gets a little gaggy, which there's almost 40 minutes of video like that. I just chopped up and gave you a little bit of it. But wow, that guy talks fast. Thank God the other guy was there to kind of translate what he was saying for me. Casey, on the other hand, I'm sure is just clicking right along with that guy and the way he talks. So I kept up. But it got a little blurry there a couple of times. And then with this guy in the background, jumping around. What do you think, sis? Do you like wearing Bub's hat? Looks cute. I like it. Hey, Dominic. Hey, you gonna go take a nap? Hey, let's go take a nap. Come on, let's go downstairs and take a nap. You ready? Come on, you gonna take a nap?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go down and take a nap. Go downstairs, let's take a nap.
Mommy here.
Not yet, she'll be here in a little bit.
No, I don't want to.
Do you want to take a nap with your helmet on?
No,
Okay, come on, let's just take a nap.
I don't want to.
Oh, okay, all right. You gonna be awake then? Okay, why don't you come out in the garage then? Come hang out with me in the garage. I'm thinking Rick's Goliath.
This all for you?
That's it.
That's it. This you?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's a vlog. I record like a lot of my life.
11:08. Fair enough.
Chocolate and wine acquired. Train. Cheap wine. Reese's. Happy wife, happy life. Do you like that song?
Yeah.